All right. So this is going to be my shortest video ever. Overall, this is how we ended up the week. Here was pretty interesting. We would have been up significantly more, but I just kept trading and I had to put my account on hold. But I think we're up like 10 grand. Not 10 grand. We're up quite a bit. Yeah. We started off negative around 400 bucks. And then afterwards, we made that up. We're up like 400 minus 1,000. It's like 800. 1,600. Yeah, we're up 1,600 on the account, 1,600 for that day. But ultimately, we just kept trading, and then so I just locked myself out of that specific account. But yeah, overall, we are doing pretty good, and these are across all of these accounts because I got them all around the same time. And the main account that I had a couple days ago, we went ahead and lost it. Why? Because Wednesday night, I went on not tilt. There was an issue, not an issue, but a software update was happening with Top Step, and I usually, trade one contract. And coincidentally enough, trading that one contract, guess what happened? Um, Trading that one contract is typically how I move around. However, for some reason, that day when the account were resetted, it went automatically to five contract, and me trading five contract, literally it went down one click and I lost the entire fucking account. So overall, that's what happened. But nonetheless, I would have had to pay out here already, but it is what it is. It wasn't my time to get a payout. So hopefully by not hopefully, on the 28th, we're looking to make a payout. We're gonna play this slow. We're gonna play this strategic across the board, and we're not going to do anything stupid. It's been pretty interesting week. What I've been noticing is that BTC and ES and Nasdaq, all of that have the same. How can I say this? Movement across the board, which is pretty interesting. But like for example, if Nasdaq dips, so does BTC, and if it's SPY dips, so does Nasdaq. So I think that's pretty interesting. So what I'm expecting Monday, or even overnight session, is for us to have a dip that's happening here. But nonetheless, like I did make a few trades on my personal account as well. That one I was up a couple thousands of dollars, and then I promise you I lost it all that one day, which is pretty interesting. The next day after I made it, and I realized why. I invalidated my own thing, and there was a lot of that going on. But one thing I realized, like psychology, is pretty much whatever you think about is how your body's going to react. For example, right? I was in a position here. Okay. Market opened here. I bought this position. Stop loss was way down here, and I that was first trade, right? Stop loss was way down here, and take profit was all the way up here. And guess what? I should have stuck to my gun around that trade because with my first time analyzing the market, that's where liquidity lied and so on and so forth. So, however, if you look into 1 minute, right, price was just being so volatile, right? So break of structure to the upside and then break of structure to the downside. So I stopped my position, even though, let me see on the 5 minutes what happened there. Yeah, even on the 5 minutes, oh, even on the 5 minute, there was a break of structure. Well, it wasn't even a break of structure to the upside, but overall, I just knew this was a resistance point, which is what these gray box were, and where like buyers were not, or sellers were not letting, or buyers were not letting price hit below that specific region. And then of course this was Asian session lows as well. So therefore, I'm like, okay, we already swept liquidity there like a few times, and then that was a resistance point. So price should continue to rally up. However, that wasn't what happened for some reason. I mean, that's exactly what happened. But overall, like after this break of structure to the downside, I flip flop my bias entirely without letting my trade to be invalidated fully. So therefore, I shouldn't have done that, and I wagered quite a bit on the reversal because I just thought price was going that way. And then it was a break of structure down here. I could have bet in, but once again, I already took two trades and now I was already sick and tired of taking an L's for the day. And then fear came in. So therefore, I didn't continue there. But overall, it price went exactly where I thought it was going to go. And I thought that was pretty interesting. But overall, that's been the common theme here. You can see on the note. What day was that? This was the 21st. See if I go back to Top Step really quickly. Trade. This is a guy. Yes. Everything's closed off, but yeah, this was the 21st where I thought price would reach up there at least, and it blew past it. So that was good on the 21st. Even overnight session kept going. The 22nd, similar story where, well, this was not the 21st, and you can see just price continued to rally up. And then the next day we had Asian session lows overnight and so on and so forth. My thought process was price would hit overnight session EQ and then from there bounce back up. And then coincidentally hit overnight EQ, and it came close, but nonetheless, it never fully bounced back up like all the way. But that's fine. And then on the 23rd, similar story. We were hovering over Asian session lows, and I thought if we break past this, prices continue to rally back up. However, I noticed that Bitcoin wasn't going anywhere. And I think so many institutional investors are in Bitcoin. So therefore, like whatever happens with Bitcoin is what's going to happen here. So I just thought price was going to stay around Asian and London session lows. And I think that's what, yeah, oh, never mind. That's the 23rd. Right. We bounced here, and then from there we should have rallied up. And what I just showed you guys, we didn't really rally up. We just stayed there. But yeah, and I do think Sunday opening we should see a dip within the market, but it is what it is. I'll keep eye out. In terms of like what can I improve on is, let me see, going back here. I think, oh, the other thing is like me trading at 9:30 is not a thing anymore. What I've noticed is like price doesn't react to certain things until like 10-ish as of now. But before, price was like at 9:30 you can get a leg up or a leg down. So that's pretty interesting. So I can hold off on trading within 9:50, and then from there I'll take a position based off of what the market is telling me. But yeah, that's the other thing, just being patient for the day. But overall, super quick, simple video. I didn't want to record this week, but overall, I just wanted to keep the process going. So yeah, thank you.